Hello, and welcome to episode 8. It's a sunny day in Seattle. That's why I got a little bit of sun on me, which is kind of weird. Hey, I'm Mike Tolliver. Let me put the link right here. And this is episode 8, and it's SEMA week, and I'm actually at home. I know that sounds really strange. It's totally true. I might go later in the week. I do have a flight reserved. I could go later in the week, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So... but first, let me show you this little clip of this great little car I filmed yesterday. Well, that was pretty sweet. And I've been busy, and that's one of the reasons that I'm not at SEMA right this second, actually. I have a couple people down there doing some stuff for us, so that totally works out. But I'm busy working on Houston right now. Today is the last day to register for Houston. So I'm already working on the top 100, kind of going through, doing some filtering, checking out a couple things. StanceWars Houston is coming up. It's November 18th. We're going to a new location. It's the Lone Star Convention Center. Lone Star Convention and Expo Center. It's in Conroe. It's a little north of town, north of downtown. What's great about it is it's going to be grassy. We've got a great, huge, secluded area. We have multiple acres. It gives us some camping capabilities for later in the future. It gives us a lot of power capabilities for our big vendors and that kind of stuff. Helps us with our stage and that kind of stuff. So a new location like that's going to be pretty killer. Plus we didn't have the best experience working with Minute Maid. Great people, just a lot of communication errors back and forth. And so I think this will be a little bit better solution. Plus, it lets us expand. So I can give you a little hint into some 2018 stuff. Next year, as we go through our tour, we're going to bring along a couple of the other shows that I own. So I own some other great shows. One is the Old School Reunion. Let me put a link right here. Old School Reunion is a pre-1988 import-only show. So like JCC, Japanese Classic Car Show. But we take everything from Alphas all the way to Volvos and anything in between. Just no domestics. Also, Sophisticated Euro, which happens to be my new European car show. I've had it for a couple of years. If you guys don't know me, personally, I'm a huge European car guy. I own multiple European cars. I've probably had over 30. So we're going to be bringing those car shows along with us. Maybe even bring my Honda show, Honda Heat. Right here, I'll give you guys a link. Honda Heat. We might bring them along as well. But for our stops in 2018, we're going to be doing 3-day weekends throughout the United States. So a little insight into 2018 of what's going to be happening. But that's another thing that I've just been working on. I'm working on a big part of Vegas. That's why I might fly later this week down to Vegas to go just see the tail end of SEMA personally and that kind of stuff. But that's some of the things that are coming up. But I wanted to throw you guys a new segment. I kind of threw you a little scene earlier, but I'm going to throw you a new segment right here. I got together with one of the local car guys here. This is something new that we're going to be doing on the blog. And just show you off a great car and a little conversation. I'm sitting here with Frank, and Frank, actually, what is your name, and tell us about your car.
My name is Frank Moreno. My car is a 350Z 2005 Anniversary Edition. Sitting on AG wheels with a AccuAir E-Level kit, and got quite a bit of custom.
Frank, what got you into this car particularly?
I was at my son's baseball practice, and it was 2003, and one of the fathers had went out and bought him, the new 350Z that just came out.
Sure.
And everybody was just drooling over it, like they do the Skylines. And so I've seen it. I'm like, oh wow, that is nice. I never thought of having to own one, but I saved up a little money, and my sister, she worked at a car dealership, and I checked with her once in a while, and they had one for the price I was looking for in Oregon, and I told them, you know what, I want it, have them ship it over. So they shipped it over, and since then I've been just, having fun.
One of the things I wanted to talk to Frank about is he's been around and he goes to a lot of shows, and the Seattle car community is so great. It's not a bunch of little cliques, it's everyone is together. What do you have to say about the car community?
The car community, since I've been in it, and that's been a while, it has really, really grown. You had your people with lowriders, and you had your people with hot rods. Now there's just such a variety of cars that even the younger people are now buying the older cars.
Sure.
Which raises all the car prices up. I mean, it's kind of hard to find a good car now.
That's for sure.
So yeah, but it has grown huge. I mean, even mothers and dads and grandma and grandpas are out there fixing. So when I first got my car, the first thing I did was put a lip on it. I think that was the easiest thing to do. Then I found some rims and a hood from a friend of mine, and then I bought the AccuAir, and then I bought a new kit, and that's kind of how it started.
So you think you're going to keep this car for a while, maybe pass it down to your son?
Yeah, my son's already asking, for it. He's telling me what to do, but I don't listen to him. Next year I want to supercharge it.
You want to supercharge it? And then, we were talking at the garage a little bit ago, and you were talking about maybe getting another little project, maybe some kind of older import or something like that.
Yeah, me and my wife have been talking about it because she fully supports, my car habits. So I'm thinking of going domestic or actually an older import. Okay, guys, that was really cool. But I got to get going. I got things I'm doing with Top 100 right now. I just want to do a quick shout out to Griot's Garage. Thank you for allowing me to come yesterday. Put my car in the museum for this month. I'll show you guys a link at the end where you guys can see my car in the museum itself. Also, like I said, Houston StanceWars is coming up. It's November 18th. We're going to be in Conroe at the Lone Star Convention and Expo Center. Come check it out. Looks like we have a lot of people coming. Ticket sales have been really high already. For the number of weeks that we have left, the tickets probably will exceed what we did last year, if not way higher. So I'm really proud of that. Thank you, Texas, for still working with us, and I'm glad that the hurricane, it destroyed a lot, and a lot of our vendors, shops are destroyed and all that, and, we continue to pray for Texas about that, but I still think it's going to be a great show, and I'm happy that we stayed with the original date, and people are gravitating towards that piece, so thank you very much for that, and we'll see you guys at that show, and if not, we'll see you at SEMA, or I'll see you in the blog, or we'll see you live, or something like that. Thank you for just continuing to be along with the StanceWars family.